Good morning, everybody. Please stand in body or spirit as we sing our gathering hymn number 1010 in your teal hymnal, We Give Thanks. Welcome, everyone, to the Unitarian Universalist congregation of Hillsborough, where we constantly strive to be an open and welcoming congregation to all who seek community and support. We don't worship in one specific way each week, and we don't require that everyone adhere to one specific creed or common belief. But rather, we are a covenant community committed to loving and supporting each other, advancing equality for everyone, and fighting for justice in the world. No 2 weeks are the same here, as we have a wide variety of speakers who come to offer us different perspectives and thoughts. If what you hear this week doesn't resonate with you, please try again next week. The service might be something different, and it will be something different, and it might be more your style. Whoever you are, member, guest, or friend, and for whatever reason or purpose guided you to join us here, either in person or online, we welcome you. My name is Heather Kraft, and I'm the worship coordinator for today's service. As a lay-led congregation, there are a lot of people that make every service possible. Many of them are behind the scenes. Please join me in giving a big thank you to everyone who helps make this a sacred space, both inside and out, where we can gather to learn and grow in spirit, love, and community. Before we create our time for worship, we're going to take a moment to share important announcements. First, this is a good time to make sure your phone is on silent or in worship mode. Secondly, we will have coffee and tea after the service, and there's a MINCO meeting in the library. If you're a visitor, please stay so we can get to know each other better over coffee. Announcements are on the back of your order of service, and they're in the e-news every week. If you don't get our e-news, there's a place on the order of service where you can give your information to Amy Dark, our wonderful program coordinator. Are there any other announcements for the good of the community?
Okay, hi everybody, I'm Amy. As Heather said, Ministry Council meets today. There's a dress rehearsal in here after service today for the Sacred Story skits that our religious exploration kids are putting together. Songbirds are also practicing. Welcome back to the Viva. What else? Oh, I wanted to point out that we have a big gray bin in our front entryway there that is collecting donations for the Orange Congregations and Missions Food Pantry. I'm sure many of you are aware about the government shutdown and the drama over SNAP benefits for those in need. So I'd like to put forth a challenge, bring some shelf-stable foods next week, and let's get that bucket full. Thank you.
Good morning all, I'm Heather Ponte, and in the newsletter you may have seen that we are collecting donations also for the cold weather pots. This is a shelter that opens when it's 32 or below, and there is a location in Hillsborough this year. It will alternate between Hillsborough, Presbyterian, and St. Matt's. So if you are interested in giving for that cause, you can contact me too. Thanks.
And just to follow up on what Amy said about the songbirds practicing, we're a drop-in singing group. You'll hear us sing today. We're going to be starting to practice music for the holiday season, and we would love to have you join us, and especially we need more sopranos and altos. So if you're a soprano and alto, you would be especially welcome, but anybody is welcome.
Only choir in the country. That's great.
I forgot, I wanted to highlight our Thanksgiving potluck, which is going to be happening on November 23rd, which is a vegan, vegetarian potluck. So start thinking about what dish or item you would like to contribute. Start searching for a good recipe. Thank you. I think that's really it.
I have one more youth-related announcement. We have our youth D&D group is starting. We will have a character-making session at 3 o'clock on the 16th, and we will have a makeup session if people can't attend that during the Thanksgiving potluck for folks who can't make it on the 16th. So we should be ready to go in either early December or early January for a series of games.
Our opening words are Prayer of Remembrance by Lori Walk. Holy One, on this day of remembrance, we say aloud their names again, the names of those who died this year. Died. The word is jarring. So jarring that we hardly use the word, substituting euphemisms that are a bit more vague. Sometimes people say lost, when what they mean is dead. We lost so-and-so this year. But people who die are not lost. They are not misplaced. We did not just lose sight of them, nor did they wander off. They died, and it is as final as the word sounds. But that is, of course, why we don't say they died. When people die, they do not just disappear and we continue on. There is no such thing as out of sight, out of mind. There is no switch to flip to turn off our feelings. The person may not be lost, but we are at a loss. Let me find where I was. For words, for normalcy, for what was and what could have been. And grief is such an unwieldy thing. We are fine 1 minute, years even, and then the deep sadness comes, seemingly out of nowhere. That's the thing about people who are loved. Their memories keep. They're never too far away. They come to us in a song lyric, or a line of movie dialogue, or on a long walk. What was it they always said? Oh, that's right. And they always had to have it a certain way, so maybe we'll do it that way, and laugh a little, in memoriam. Be with us, Holy One, as we grieve over the empty chairs at the table. We'll light a candle and say an extra prayer, and we trust with sure and certain hope that you had them before we let them go. Amen.
We will now create our sacred space by lighting our chalice, the UU symbol for the light of truth that each of us seeks, the light of hope that each of us brings, and the eternal light of love. And our chalice lighter today is Jacob Surrey. Our chalice lighting words are Chalice Lighting for a Memorial by Lori Gorgas Halban. Birth is a miracle of love and courage, bringing light into the world. Death is a loss of light, but no less an act of courage, for we are born from and return to mystery. Please rise and body your spirit as we sing our opening hymn, number 96 in your gray hymnal, I Cannot Think of Them as Dead.
I
Ours is a welcoming community where we find connection, a sharing community where our joys are celebrated, and a caring community where our sorrows are lessened. Each Sunday, we take some time to reflect on the special happenings that have occurred this week among our members and friends. Some choose to share aloud, while others choose to remain silent. And here we make room for both. After sharing, each person is asked to drop a stone into the vase on the altar, symbolizing the communal connection and collection of our experiences. By taking time to share, we strengthen the bonds between us. For those of you who would like to share aloud, please take a moment before we begin to center yourself and collect your thoughts so that what you share this morning is personal, heartfelt, and brief so that all will have time to share. Today, while people are sharing their joys and sorrows, I'm going to pass around a basket of leaves and a cup of pens. If you want to remember someone who has died, please write their name on the leaf. You can write just one name or several names on each leaf. We will be using these a little later in the service. When you're ready, come forward and share your joy or sorrow. When you're finished, drop a stone into the vase. What is shared aloud is not recorded, so there will be a brief break in the online service. If you are joining us online and there's something you'd like to share, type it into the chat and let us know if you'd like it read aloud. And either way, we'll drop a stone for you. joys and sorrows remaining in your heart, I invite you to come to the altar and release a stone in silence while Aviva plays Voice Still and Small. After she's played it through once, you're welcome to join in singing. The words are printed in your order of service. We hold all of these things in the heart of this community, both spoken and unspoken, by remaining silent for a moment as we consider what has been shared and how we might respond. We will close this time together with Amen and blessed be. Amen and blessed be. We're now going to sing the children to their dress rehearsal. Kids and RE teachers, if you wrote any names on leaves that you would like to, or if you wrote any names on leaves, bring them up and you can put them on the table on your way out. If you want to, you can speak the name of the person you wrote as you put it on the altar. The rest of us, we're going to sing the children's blessing, which is in the back cover of the gray hymnal. The words are also in your order of service. May your mind be open to new learning. May your lips bring truth into the world. May your heart know love and your hands do the work of justice as you go your way, please. As you go your way, Hi. For the past few years in this congregation, we've celebrated something along the lines of a Day of the Dead celebration. This year, I'm doing things just a little bit differently. Unitarian Universalism is a faith that welcomes everyone, and we have traditions rooted in various other faith traditions. In Catholicism, today, November 2nd, is known as All Souls Day. When discussing at a meeting whether to have this service, remembering our dead, this weekend or last weekend, someone mentioned that it falls on November 2nd, and I decided to run with that idea. I learned a lot researching what exactly All Souls Day is. In the Catholic tradition, October 31st is known as All Hallows Evening, and it is the first day of Hallowtide. This tradition is actually one borrowed from and shaped by the pagan festival of Samhain. While we now celebrate with costumes and candy, that night used to be a time of prayer meant to save the faithful from demons and from the souls of the unbaptized dead who were thought to haunt the living this one night of the year. November 1st is known as All Saints' Day. As the name implies, it's a day to honor all of the saints of the Catholic Church. According to Google, there are more than 10,000 recognized saints, so one day might actually not be enough time to honor them all. Many Catholics spend this day attending Mass and then have a feast in the evening. November 2nd is the last day of Hallowtide, and it's called All Souls' Day. It is a day to remember the dead. Prayers are said for the souls trapped in purgatory, and families often decorate the graves of family members who are deceased. The traditions that have become the Day of the Dead are believed to have roots in the Catholic tradition, although originally it was a very solemn day of mourning. People would spend all day in church praying for those who had died and lighting candles for family members or friends. Since we're not Catholic, we're not going to appropriate their ritual, but while doing my research, I found that there is a UU ritual called Names and Tears. Today, we will name a few people who we mourn together as a local community, and some we mourn as a broader world community. There are also many people that we have lost individually and personally. Many of us have lost parents, grandparents, siblings, children, close friends, family, both biological and chosen. All of this is part of a wide, interconnected web of loss. We may not be able to offer a eulogy for each person today, but we can say their names. And in speaking their names, we remember how they have impacted our lives and share our love for them with each other. In a few moments, you will be invited to come to this table of memory. This congregation recently celebrated our founders, and I left them in the office, but I have a rose for each of the founders that are no longer with us. I left it too far away. I'm sorry. Salt and water are reminiscent of the tears that we cry in our loss, our love, and our grief. They are a release of pressure. We often feel better after we've shed a tear. We hope that through today's tears, we can experience the healing that we need through this symbolic act. Once salt dissolves in water, we can't see it anymore. It's still with us in some ways and gone in others. Just like we carry our loved ones in our hearts, even as we don't see them physically present in our lives anymore. As with joys and sorrows, we're going to do this in two parts. For the first part, you're welcome to bring up a picture or a memento or a leaf, and you can tell us about the person that you're remembering today if you want to. For the founders of UUCH. Would anyone like to come share?
On my leaf, I've written the three people I've lost this year. Firstly, my nana. She died ripe old age. She had a really good life. The other one was my auntie. She wasn't so old. She passed away to cancer. And also one of my best friends, Lee Dalton, who also lost battle to cancer. He was pretty young, around my age. Very, very sad.
I lost two friends this year. They died. Lori Streifel, my dear friend in Asheville, who I always used to stay with when I went to Asheville, and she was my friend that I know from Interplay. She loves to sing and dance and just had an infectious laugh and was just a very warm and welcoming person, and always let people like me stay in her house when we were in Asheville, and I'm going to miss her terribly. And the second person who died this year, Peter Eastup, who's often worked on our piano here. He's an amazing was an amazing wizard, piano technician, and musician, and community member, organizing festivals and being part of the Hillsborough Arts Council for many years. And I'm going to miss him so much. I used to call him whenever a kid would drop a pencil inside the piano. I would say, "Peter, can you come over?" And he would come right away, and he wouldn't even charge me for it. And anyway, I'm going to miss him in more ways than one.
I'm Don. I have 6 names on my list, but 3 of them were died this year. Kira Deerlich attended this congregation all the way from Pittsburgh. I went to her memorial service at her house just recently. Martha Joanne Nix Shepherd was my mother-in-law. She died April of this year, and my mother, Alice Janie Hughes Weber, died in January.
I lost my brother-in-law this year. I've known him since I was about 7 years old, and a story he likes to tell about me is that he and my sister were at the house where I live, were at my house, and the next thing he knew, I was cuddled up right next to him. It's become a good family story ever since. And he was always, always, always an advocate of anything I was doing. I miss him.
I lost 3 family members this year. My mother-in-law, Connie, who was just a wonderful, very loving mother and librarian and community member, wife, and loved children, did things with children, anybody's children, she knew who they were. She was wonderful with them. I lost my 19-year-old great nephew, Alec. That was the most difficult of all the losses because he was so young and died in a really tragic way. And then I lost my cousin Dewey just a couple of months ago. He died of cancer at almost 70 years old. So he had a good life, was ready to go, but it was hard losing all of them.
I'm Alicia. I wrote down the name of my father, Michael Hollup. He did not die this year. He died 24 years ago, but I want to speak his name anyway. This was his keychain that I still have and I carry around with me to remember him.
I tried to write my sister's name down, but my pen didn't work.
Oh, no.
My sister Ann and I had a sparky relationship most of our lives. But starting in 1999, we started on a path of real love and caring for each other, and for that I'm eternally grateful.
You can grab a new pen if you want.
lost my Uncle Tom, who happens to be my dad's twin this year. My grandmother she made it to 100 without losing any of her 6 children, but he passed away suddenly with a heart condition. And then I lost a client a couple weeks ago, you may have heard of it, in the newspaper in Chapel Hill, and that was really hard for me, especially after just getting his benefits and working on getting housing for him. And then my husband passed away, not this year, but this month, or last month, marked 5 years. So Marco is his name, Tom was my uncle, and Charles was my client.
Hi, I'm David. I want to honor three business colleagues of mine who passed away this year. These are fellows that I knew for 35 years or more, which doesn't happen much in this day and age where people work for the same company for 30 or 40 years. But Ben Morrison was my friend and actually my manager for a while, and I managed him for a while. We traded places. Bruce Moser, a colleague of mine for 35 years, and Phil Busher. All these very close to home because they were all my age or a few years younger or a few years older. So time marches on, and we remember those who have marched ahead of us and been our friend all along the way.
I went and got the roses for the founders. And on one of my leaves, I wrote my late husband's name. He committed suicide in 2018, which still is affecting our lives today. And I wrote the name of my sister's good friend, Ford, who took his life on January 1st of this year. For the second part of this, Aviva's going to play some soft music, and you're welcome to come up with your leaf and lay it on the table and sprinkle some salt. If you wish to speak a name aloud, please feel free to do so. There's so many people that have died. Thank you to everyone who shared memories with us today. We will be taking the leaves and the roses and spreading them in our memorial garden after the service today. That way we as a community can hold the memories of those that we have lost, just as we hold the living who remember them. Each week, we take a monetary offering to support our social justice work in the community. This support comes in the form of donations. For the month of November, our plate offering is going to go to support the Unitarian Universalist Justice Ministry of North Carolina. UUJMNC joyfully organizes UUs to co-create a transformative movement for justice through spiritual grounding, collaboration, and imagination. The scope of the work is reflective of the intersectional nature of the movement for liberation. UU Justice NC's ministry spans racial, economic, environmental, immigrant, electoral justice, and more. You can donate by putting check or cash in the basket, or you can go online or scan the QR code in your bulletin. And I forgot to have someone pass the basket for me. Can somebody pass the basket for me? Thank you. Where's the basket? I'm sorry. Oh, up on top of the... Now please join me in the prayer of collective gratitude found in your order of service. For the love that surrounds us every morning, for the friends beside us, and for the generous gifts just received, let us be truly grateful. Please rise in body or spirit as we sing our closing hymn, number 101 in the gray hymnal, Abide With Me. Please be seated. I was raised by people who taught me the Lord's Prayer, but not all of it still resonates with me as an adult. I'm very happy to have found a revised version of it that's been adapted to be more UU. The Lord's Prayer Revised by Fred F. Keep, Jr. Indwelling God, thou art infused throughout all existence. We hallow thee with many names. Thy kingdom is within the human heart. We accept life for all that it can be, on earth as throughout all creation. May we continue to draw sustenance from this earth, and may we receive forgiveness equal to our own. May we ever move from separation toward union, to live in grace with love in our hearts forever and amen. Please join me as we extinguish our chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again. Thank you, my friends, and go in peace.